Hi, I'm Heather and I'm going to walk you through the steps of completing our garland. I personally love the holidays and one of my favorite parts is decorating. So what better way to decorate than creating your own? So let's go over the steps. Our first step here is our placement stitch for our first piece of fabric. Then you'll take your first piece of base fabric, place it where it's completely covering the placement stitch. Then we will tape so it doesn't shift when it's being tacked in place. Our next hoop here, we have already tacked down our base fabric and completed a series of decorative stitches. Next, we will turn the hoop over and you're going to take your piece of batting as well as your second piece of base fabric, place them together where they're completely covering the placement stitch from the front. Very important to tape at this point because then we are going to turn the hoop back over to place it back in the machine. When doing this, I always like to hold with one hand and put the hoop back in the machine at an angle so the tape doesn't roll on the bed of the machine. Next, we have tacked down our back fabric from the front, and our next step would be to trim away your excess fabric from the back as well from the front, completely around as close as possible. Before the next step, you want to make sure that you match your bobbin to your top thread because this is a freestanding piece, so you'll be able to see it from both sides. Here we have completed the satin stitches. This is a water-soluble stabilizer, so you will want to trim as closely as possible to your project so you don't have too much to wash away and it doesn't become too gunky. Then you can wash the rest of it away. After doing that, it will look something like this. It already has holes here in the stitching so you can feed the ribbon through. We also have poinsettia design added in so you have a little bit of a different element in your garland. So when you're done and string your ribbon through, you have garland that looks something like this. Looks great on your tree or on your fireplace, or it could even make a great little belt.